What if I told you that your greatest weakness was never really a weakness at all? What if the very thing you've been fighting, the pain, the struggle, the fear, was actually the key to unlocking a strength you didn't even know you had? Right now you might be tired. You might feel like giving up. Maybe life has hit you harder than you expected, and the weight on your shoulders feels unbearable. But here's the truth. You are still standing. And that alone proves something powerful. You are stronger than you think. Let's be honest. How many times have you told yourself, I can't do this anymore? How many times have you looked in the mirror and questioned whether you have what it takes? That voice in your head, the one that whispers you're not good enough, it's lying to you. Because if you weren't capable, you would have quit by now, but you didn't. You're still here, still fighting, still pushing forward. And that means something. Science tells us that the human brain is wired to avoid pain. It craves comfort, safety, and predictability. But here's the catch. Real strength isn't born in comfort. It's forged in struggle. Every time you choose to keep going when everything inside you screams stop, you're rewiring your brain. You're teaching yourself resilience. You're proving that setbacks don't define you. Your response to them does. Think about the last time you faced something difficult. Or maybe it was a failure, a rejection, or a loss that shook you to your core. In that moment, you had a choice, to let it break you or to let it build you. And whether you realize it or not, you chose strength. Maybe it didn't feel like it at the time. Maybe you even felt weak. But weakness doesn't keep fighting. Weakness doesn't get back up. The fact that you're still here means you are already stronger than you believe. Now here's the challenge and the reward. If you watch this video until the end, you won't just hear empty motivational words. You'll discover the exact mental shift that turns struggle into power. You'll learn how to silence the doubt, how to turn pain into fuel, and how to build a mindset that doesn't just endure hardship but thrives because of it. Because true strength isn't about never falling. It's about rising every single time life knocks you down. So tell me, are you ready to stop doubting yourself? Are you ready to stop seeing your struggles as weaknesses and start recognizing them as the training ground for unshakable strength? Then don't look away. Don't click off. Watch until the end. Because what comes next will change the way you see yourself forever. You've been sold a dangerous lie your entire life. The lie that strong people never struggle. That winners never doubt themselves. That unshakable confidence comes naturally to those who are truly powerful. This is complete nonsense. The strongest people you admire, they battle the same fears you do. They face the same crushing moments of uncertainty. The only difference? They understand this fundamental truth. Real strength isn't the absence of weakness. It's the mastery of it. Every time you've compared yourself to others and thought they have it all together, you've fallen for the illusion. That athlete who makes it look effortless, they've puked from exhaustion in private. That CEO who seems fearless, they've stared at bankruptcy documents with shaking hands. That artist whose work moves millions, they've nearly quit 100 times. What separates them isn't some magical immunity to fear, it's their refusal to let fear have the final vote. Here's what nobody tells you. Your moments of greatest doubt are actually your most powerful opportunities. When you feel like giving up, that's not weakness. That's your signal. Your mind testing whether you really want this. Every great person in history faced this exact crossroads 1,000 times. The ones we remember, they're simply the ones who answered yes one more time than they said no. This is where most people get trapped. They mistake the feeling of weakness for actual weakness. They think because something is hard, they're not cut out for it. But the opposite is true. If it weren't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing. The resistance you feel isn't a stop sign, it's the starting line. Your brain's final test before it agrees to upgrade to a new level of capability. Right now, you have a choice. Keep believing the lie that strength means never struggling, or embrace the truth that your struggles are the precise ingredients you need to become unstoppable. The evidence is already there, in every time you wanted to quit but didn't, in every failure that didn't break you, in every small victory you've already claimed without even realizing it. That's not luck, that's strength in the making. Let's talk about the pain you've been running from, that heavy feeling in your chest when you wake up, the one that whispers, "What if I fail again?" The way your hands shake when you're about to take that next big step, and suddenly every reason to turn back feels louder than every reason to move forward. You've carried this weight so long you've started to believe it's part of you. But here's the raw truth. Pain isn't your enemy. Numbing it is. Think about the last time you truly felt broken. Maybe it was a rejection that gutted you, a dream that slipped through your fingers, a moment when you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize yourself. That pain, it wasn't random. It wasn't punishment. It was a signal, a brutal, necessary reminder that you care, that you're alive, that you have something inside you worth fighting for. The people who avoid pain at all costs, they never grow, they never change, they just exist. But you were meant for more than just existing. Here's what happens when you stop running. The pain that once terrified you becomes your compass. The fear that kept you small becomes the fire that pushes you forward. Every scar becomes proof, not of how you were hurt, but of how you healed. Look at your hands right now. Those same hands that have wiped away tears have also gotten back up again and again. That's not weakness. That's a warrior's hands. The world will try to convince you to hide your pain, to swallow it, ignore it, drown it out. But the strongest people don't hide from their pain, they use it. They let it remind them what matters. They let it fuel them when comfort tries to lure them back to sleep. Your pain isn't here to break you, it's here to build you, to forge you into someone who doesn't just withstand storms, but learns to dance in the rain. So ask yourself, what if the very thing you've been most afraid to feel is the exact thing that will set you free? Your brain is lying to you right now. That voice saying, I can't take this anymore, it's not truth, it's biology. When neuroscientists studied Navy SEALs in Hell Week, they discovered something revolutionary. The strongest performers weren't those who felt no pain. They were the ones whose brains had learned to reinterpret suffering as progress. Every time you push through discomfort, you're not just building willpower. You're physically rewiring your neural pathways. This is the dirty secret of growth. Stress isn't your enemy. It's the weight that strengthens your mental muscles. Like a wound healing stronger at the broken place, your mind develops true resilience through controlled failure. Studies show that facing adversity literally increases gray matter in your prefrontal cortex, upgrading your decision-making, focus, and emotional control. The pain you're avoiding? It's the exact stimulus your brain needs to level up. Here's what 98% of people never realize. When you hit your breaking point, you're not actually at 100% capacity. Your brain holds emergency reserves it only releases under extreme pressure. Those who quit never discover this hidden fuel tank. But those who push just 10% further, they unlock superhuman endurance they never knew they had. This isn't motivational fluff, it's neurobiology. Your limitations are largely illusions created by a brain designed for survival, not greatness. The most dangerous lie you believe isn't, I'm not good enough. It's this discomfort means I should stop. Every elite performer knows the truth. When training feels impossible, that's precisely when transformation begins. Your neurons are literally forming new connections right now as you resist the urge to quit. That burning in your chest? It's not weakness leaving your body, it's strength being born. History remembers only one version of people, the finished masterpiece. Not the 1,000 drafts that were crumpled and thrown away. Not the nights spent bleeding on the floor. Not the moments when even the strongest souls whispered, I can't go on. Consider this. Michael Jordan wasn't born nailing game-winning shots. He was cut from his high school team. J.K. Rowling didn't conjure Harry Potter from thin air. She wrote it as a broke single mother, rejected by 12 publishers. The Wright brothers didn't just wake up one day and fly. They crashed hundreds of times while the world laughed. Here's what they all understood in their darkest hour. The difference between failure and legendary success comes down to a single decision. Getting up one more time, then the world knocks you down. Your struggles aren't proof that you're failing. They're evidence that you're fighting. Every time you choose to continue when quitting would be easier, you're adding another layer to your armor. The most powerful version of you isn't the one who never falls. It's the version that rises with new strength each time. Right now, someone out there is facing the same obstacles you are, the same doubts, the same pain. The only difference between their future triumph or defeat, whether they see their current struggle as the end, or the necessary fire that forges them into someone extraordinary. This is your crucible moment, not years from now when everything is easy. Today, this second, with the weight on your shoulders and the voice in your head, this is where heroes are made. Will this be the chapter of your story where you gave in to the pressure, or the one where you discovered strength you never knew you had? The world doesn't need another quitter. It needs you. The unbroken, relentless, unstoppable version of yourself that's waiting to emerge. There's a silent war raging inside your skull right now. On one side, ancient survival instincts screaming, retreat. This pain means danger. On the other, your untapped potential whispering this discomfort is the price of evolution.